Hour news break that we have, and then it has commercials.
We have three sponsors, one being Eric.
Movement Mortgage, Annie Mac, and Better Qualified are the sponsors.
You're live on YouTube. You're
So I'm going
live
to
on
introduce Mark
Meerkat.
as we go into it. I'm going to first let them know that we have an important topic being accused, but an epic topic. I have your bio too. I mean,
Oh, that's right. My wife sent the mine. Except there's two typos in it.
well, I'm reading. I got to find it too.
But rather a sample of issues the hosts and guests consider important.
I'm just going to adjust the mic. A little bit too much pornographic. And I don't go this way, so.
Not there's anything wrong.
Not there's anything.
RIVAlution is away on assignment with her company regional convention. We have a pretty big show tonight. As you know, today is Martin Luther King Day, and we are here to celebrate the life and some of the legacy of Dr. King, and we're going to have a conversation about the fair housing laws. We have with us, I'll introduce Mr. Mark Seiden, who is a local real estate broker, and let me have your card there, with, of course, the Mark Seiden team in
Briarcliff Manor.
Manor. So say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. I know, that's an old joke.
That's
I
an
know,
old
I know.
joke. That's
Yeah.
repeat after me.
That's right, exactly.
State your name. So Mark tonight is going to give us the nitty gritty. I'm going to read some quotes from Dr. King and how that the civil rights movement leader led to the fair housing laws that we have as far as protecting consumers in this country. But there's another piece of news that I know Mark may or may not have had a hand in. Or maybe like that, may or may not have had a hand in, and it's far across the country, but I understand there is a specific premises for sale for $200 million. And I understand it is the crown jewel of LA's Platinum Triangle, 5 picturesque acres. It is 20,000 square feet, and it is an ultimate setting, as they say, for large-scale entertaining. It has a zoo license. And I've been told there's a cave-like grotto where Playboy bunnies have long, not my words, frolicked with guests. You want to guess where that is, Mr. Seiden?
Gee golly willikers, could it possibly be the Hugh Hefner estate in California?
That's right, it is. And I can't give the MLS numbers too long. But well, there's questions about the valuation. And there's another, have you heard about the one little kind of caveat? Little bit of a little-known asterisk that goes with the property?
Oh, yeah, he wants, a lack of a better expression, a little bit of a life estate going there, that whoever buys the place, that Hugh has the legal right to live, stay there, and entertain there until his ultimate demise.
Well, he's 89,
Uh-huh.
so he doesn't have that much, we wonder.
I don't know. That he could last forever.
Right, he's probably been preserved. But I think it'd be great to have him around for just the stories. I mean, you never heard the stories he has.
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth an extra $150 million out of the $200 million he's asking.
They say, I heard it needs some work, but I mean, he's probably heard about all the work that was done there before. So how would you market that?
Oh, my, who knows? I'd probably market it knowing that if he needed to stay there, I think we'd have to add to that life estate that not only does he stay there, but there'd probably have to be a minimum of 20 to 50 Playboy bunnies and parties going on all the time. And then you'd probably get a lot more buyers at that moment in time.
I'd like to attend the open house.
Especially on New Year's and Halloween.
Right.
And,
Well, there's 29 rooms and a 4-bedroom guest house, so wow, okay. So there would be plenty of opportunity to...
well, you know what would be really interesting is that if someone bought it and he was going to stay there, I guess the big question is it just, Hugh staying there? Or is it going to be used for all the parties and everything?
Of course.
Yeah, so...
That goes without saying, the entourage or the hangers-on or the wannabes or the celebrities like a Kato Kalin or something like that.
I got to tell you, it'd be a pretty interesting endeavor, but I think at that price, I think he's been smoking too much of his own stuff in that house if you think he's going to get that money.
Well, we're going to follow that, and I'd love to know who ultimately, what's that commission? $200 million?
I don't know. That's a lot of zeros. That would be...
I'm trying to think 1% is 200,000?
No, keep going. 1%
10%.
is $2 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
1% is $2 million.
Right. So if you
So
multiply
you'd
that
even
by
cut your
5,
commission
that could
for
be...
this deal, I hope.
Cut commission? Are you using profanities on this show
That's right.
now?
We can't discuss commission, but
No,
cutting
no,
it
no.
for 200 million.
No.
Okay, well that's exciting. A more serious topic is, of course, today's the day that's been celebrated, and today's been Martin Luther King Day since 1983. And of course, some of Dr. King's contribution has led to equality and fairness between the races, and now it's been expanded into our fair housing right, to anti-housing discriminations, Fair Housing Act, and the Americans with Disabilities Act. So we're going to ask Mark. I know he is also a teacher. Before I introduce you, would you explain that your new assignment regarding your new teaching position?
Oh, sure. So, along with running my brokerage, the Mark Seiden Real Estate team in Barcliff Manor, I've actually been selected by a very well-renowned coach, Verl Workman, who owns and runs Workman Success out of Utah, and they do one-on-one coaching for real estate agents. So it's not just for companies. Actually, it's not for companies. It's really for the one-on-one agent all over the country. So if a real estate agent really wants to take their business to the next level and really does not know how to do it, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be coaching nationally on a one-on-one basis agents that want to step it up a notch and do better in their business. And we're constantly getting new clients every day almost.
Okay, we got the right guy. Mark is a Cornell graduate. Okay, that's up in upstate New York, for those that don't know. He did his postgrad at UC Berkeley. He has started very recently in real estate in 1993. Scott, were you born in 1993?
Oh, great,
You
terrific.
just made it, okay. And he was the number one agent at Coldwell Banker for 6 straight years, 97 and 2002, and he owned his own agency, Mark Seiden Real Estate, in May 2003. He's been the top agent in 2004 to 14, that's 10 years, consisting of over 8,500 agents.
And now it's up to 10,000, believe it or not.
10,000
Yeah.
for selling single-family homes, and number one agent in 2008 and 2014, the combination of listing and buyer side transaction. So I know who I'm going to for a loan. And of course, that's why we're happy to have someone with these credentials and background able to assist us with this topic. So fair housing, Mark, is a big thing now, would you say? And based on the expansion of some of the categories, would you give us even the categories?
Sure. It is a very big thing, and unfortunately, there are real estate agents that are violating this literally on a daily basis. And there's, I'd say, of all probably the lawsuits or things brought up against real estate agents from the general public, it's probably more on fair housing than anything else. So this really is things that agents really need to take seriously. But there's basically, at least in this area, 3 different categories, if we could say, for the fair housing laws. There's federal, there's state, and there's even some in Westchester County. There's also different guidelines in New York City. And what I mean by different, I don't mean, instead of. So if someone's doing real estate in New York City, they have to follow federal, state. They certainly don't have to look at the Westchester County guidelines, but they would certainly have to look at the New York City guidelines.